Hi. The inventory page is where you'll keep track of all of the products that you have on hand, as well as all of the transactions that go into collecting those amounts. The page is divided into two tabs. They are report and planned usage. I'll cover both in this video. The first thing we see is this box here up at the top that allows us to sort our inventory in any number of ways. This is very helpful for farmers with very large farms, very large inventories, big warehouses that have a lot of products on hand at any one particular time. I can sort by a lot of different methods. A thing to note is that the inventory page is shown in transaction. That is to say, so you can see this transactions from and transactions until. That shows me all of the transactions that took place in this between this period. You see this period quantity in, period quantity out. That's what that refers to. You'll note that this until date, that's the date that means the in hand, so to speak. So if the default is set to today's date, whatever happens to be the date that you're using, the default is shown as what you have on hand on that particular date. So if I change that, for example, by pressing this previous month, I update report, some of the products, any product that I bought in the past 4 days, since after the 31st of December 2020, have disappeared from here. So if I press this current month here, take this back to today's date, those will repopulate. So just to be aware, that's how that works. These three general filter crops product category, I can choose based on either whether it's what crop the product is devoted to, whether it's in stock or not, or what type it is. I can sort by those items, and that'll shrink my list, obviously. Let's go to all track transactions. We can update that. That's this little button here, and that'll give us an idea of how this actually works. So for example, I can see this, let's take this herbicide here. If I expand it, I get a list of all of the transactions that have happened. So it's not just transactions, but basically any time that the amount of the product has been affected in my inventory. So whether that's buying, I have several invoices here of times that I bought this product, as well as a couple tasks. And if I expand these tasks, I can see what they actually were. And by pressing this, this will take me to the tasks page, and I'll be able to review that in more detail. Finally, if I want to actually add a transaction, I can do that in three ways. There's this add transaction button here, but then there's also this plus or minus. If I want to work with a product that I already have on hand, I can use those. If I'm buying more of a product that I have, I can press the plus. If I'm going to sell some, I press the minus. The add transaction button gives us the exact same window as those, so I'll do it from here. Let's say that I need to buy some new fertilizer. I can press up here, press fertilizer. I see the fertilizers that I have on hand, and I can also press show all. Under here, this A to Z, now I have all of these different products. Obviously, this list is searchable here. But let's say that I want to buy one particular one. I'll pick a sort of random one. We'll say that I want to buy 2 tons of it, 2,000 kgs. Fertilizers are frequently about 5 cents a kilo, so we'll say that this will be $1,000. And we can see that this is now in my inventory. See, 2,000, that's the period quantity in. I haven't used any in that period. This is how much I have on hand, and this is how much that's worth. The system calculates that based on the prices that you put in, and it will just, every time you add or remove some product from your inventory, it'll calculate that for you. Finally, this planned usage here is quite simple. Based on the tasks that I set in my add tasks page, this will tell me what I have planned for this season to use. So you can see, for example, let's take this one. I have an amount that is planned of this particular herbicide for this planned task. This is a barley task. I can see that under my state of inventory, I have none, so I know that I have none, and then by subtracting the plan for tasks from the state of the inventory, it tells me how much I need to buy, and if I press this plus button here, I can buy that straight off from this page. I hope that was helpful.